Huge things happened over the weekend with Kai Havertz scoring his first goal, Modric scoring his first goal. Wow.
The end is near.
The end is near.
The end is near.
Matchday 8 of the English Premier League, and of course, in Matchday 7, a lot happened, and of course, obviously we knew United gonna lose, and they suffered a 1-0 loss to Crystal Palace. Liverpool, controversial, red card and goal disallowed, but at the end of the day, they lost to 1-2 Tottenham Hotspur, a game which they were forced to finish with down with 8 men. Arsenal, the Gunners, of course, were flying high against FC Bournemouth with Mikel Arteta's men beating Bournemouth 4-0. Manchester City, of course, they lost to Wolves. It was a shocker, and that means City now have lost. At least they're not unbeaten. Their unbeaten run and their 100% record is already broken. Huge things happened over the weekend with Kai Havertz scoring his first goal, Modric scoring his first goal. Wow.
The end is near.
The end is near.
The end is near. And Manchester United losing. The end is near.
No, but you've been losing.
This season.
We're
losing this season. But well, I think...
we go straight. I want you to pick a match. Tell me about it.
Okay. I'll go with the general overview first.
Okay.
Man City lost.
Yes.
Yes. Which was shocking. Many people thought their run will continue.
Yeah.
They lost. Arsenal, away from home, absolutely thrashed Bournemouth 4-0. That is impressive of Arsenal.
Yeah.
And then we come to my team, Manchester United. Lost at home to Crystal Palace. Ten Hag,
You're doing a good job.
Your time is ticking. Your time is ticking, I tell you. And then we had Chelsea as well, grabbing a win against Fulham in a London derby.
Yes.
2-0 comfortable win. Credit to Pochettino for making those changes that he made. But I'm gonna choose Manchester United to speak about because I feel like this season is way worse than I've ever seen at Manchester United.
But obviously, I was expecting this season to be your season of losing.
That is what you say.
Okay.
But for us, we thought it will be a season where we
when it comes to United, especially when you lose, you become very emotional.
Yeah, I told you every day of my
speaker.
life, I live for Manchester United. You have been supporting a team for more than 20 years, bro. So it's pretty much hurting to see your team lose, man. So the performance against Crystal Palace at home was very bad. Time for Ten Hag is ticking because as we speak, also things happened in a European game that we will talk about later
as if you'll drop
when that time comes. So I feel like there's something going on at Old Trafford that needs to change, and Ten Hag is not doing it. And if he's not going to change it himself, we're gonna change him. That's all I can say for now. Team selections is very poor. The players who keep playing poorly are the ones starting every game. I mean,
Rock, can you help me with handkerchief kindly?
Well,
I think we're getting very emotional.
Which is your team?
Have this, bro. I know it must be very tough. I'll pick. Okay. I'll pick Chelsea and Fulham.
After that, you'll also have it for when Manchester City defeats you. Okay.
Okay, but we've been losing at least. I'll copy formula.
Let's go.
How to survive this? So I'll pick Chelsea and Fulham. Modric scoring that one goal. I've been always tweeting, today is Modric's day to score. But I'm always bantered immediately after the match because he doesn't score. It was good to see him off the mark and now opening his account with Chelsea. I'll say Chelsea impressed in the first like 15-20 minutes, but despite getting the win, Fulham changed and they were attacking. If it was 1-0, I feel Chelsea could have maybe draw or lose the match.
Yeah.
So I think now for Pochettino, he knows it, and if you want to win match, you need to control. There was a time. During let me see, David Moyes' time at Man United.
Yeah.
He could score quick since the football we used to play was ugly. So he's like Van Gaal. So they could play and you score goals early so that you can defend. If you score 3 goals and they concede 2, at the end of the day you have the 3 points. So I think now Chelsea know what they need, pressure and get that win. And it was relieving. So for Chelsea fans, they've started also abusing us. 2 wins in 7 matches. But it was amazing.
It was amazing for them, especially coming with a clean sheet from Fulham. Is not many teams will get from Craven Cottage. Yeah. But then I think, thank you for at least talking about Chelsea today. I see you trying to develop some love for that team. But then again, I think there is a lot that happened in the Tottenham and Liverpool game that we can't leave out. I mean, controversial red cards, controversial disallowed goals, controversial everything.
Was decision making. And maybe to clarify this, with VAR, there are some things people need to understand. Right? There are times when match is being played and a foul happens, maybe we need a penalty, but you'll hear commentators saying, VR will have a look at this. Then immediately they say, check is complete, nothing will happen. So this is what happens with VR. When when match is being played, the center referee is always in talks with those guys.
With the other referees in the VR room.
In the VR room. And in the VR room, we have those people who are responsible for checking. They request for the footage. Can you check his leg? Do you see, is that offside? I need 2D line, I need 3D line, because we had the video leakage, it was released. And what happens when referee is officiating, you'll be told, you need to check something which happened.
Take a look at this.
Take a look at this. So the VR guys, they'll check and they'll tell referee, don't come to check. That's obvious a penalty.
That's obvious,
So he'll go and say it's a penalty. But there are times when those guys in the VR room cannot make the decision. It's complicated. That's when they call
the referee to the VAR screen for him to check and make a decision.
So he'll go, since the referee is the final decision, so they'll go and check. So what happened for Liverpool, there was that goal.
Disallowed goal.
Diaz goal. He was totally onside. And the people on VR officials, they say, they thought referee had said it's a goal. So they just previewed and they said, that's right, the decision is right. Now continue. And
while
the referees thought, since you've agreed with my decision of saying disallowing the goal. So this, you see the confusion.
It's shambles.
You say the referee knows now, the referee has said this is offside. No, those guys, they know it is onside. They tell him your decision is right. So I don't know. Didn't they look at the score sheet?
I don't know. I think they missed it, and that's why we will have maybe another day where we're just talking about VAR decisions alongside everything that has happened up to now. But for today, I think there's a little gap. You know, the game goes on too fast sometimes. That coming back to make that decision right is already done, and that's why I think they didn't check the scoreline that time, and then they realized later, dear Lord, we just...
But we saw Bruno Fernandes take a penalty after full time.
The match.
We saw Bruno.
Well, those are the inconsistencies that we are saying.
No, it's already late. We'll come up with a video highlighting all the
VAR decisions that have been
We've heard that one of Man United, the Tottenham. We've heard that one of Wolves against Tottenham. We've heard, Wolves against Man United. We've heard Arsenal and United. The Martinelli's goal. There is a lot
to talk about.
So now, before we dive to this, maybe a question. Should we scratch this because Professor Arsene Wenger said it will change the touch, the sweetness of football?
It has.
It has.
Right now, you score a goal, you can't go wild because you don't know what is going to happen next.
They might even call you.
I mean, the emotions are not there anymore. I remember Richarlison scoring a goal, taking off his shirt. He gets that yellow, he puts on his back, he puts on his shirt back, and then the goal is allowed, the yellow stands. I mean, the emotions is not in the game.
We saw in the Bundesliga too, Germany. That team, I think, not so sure if it was Frankfurt or Bochum, I don't know. But the penalty, they were given a penalty at halftime. So, like, after that, they just went straight, and I was like, no, your coach is there telling you, you see what you have to do. If you're playing on the right wing, you need to do this. Then all of a sudden, somebody knocks. Hey, guys, you're being called to take a penalty.
Man.
Yeah,
pretty much controversial, and we'll have a video for it. But for now, I think things just don't look good. Things look confused for now. But let's dive direct and see what we have during the weekend. Many teams playing, and we will see who continues to lose and who continues to win.
Yes, only unbeaten teams right now, Tottenham and Arsenal, but they've dropped points from draws.
Yeah.
Yes. So then the first match, early kickoff, early kickoff, Luton taking on Tottenham.
I'm not going to go into details about this because we have our feature match, of course, which is Arsenal versus Manchester City. So for Luton versus Tottenham, Luton are new in the Premier League. They've had bad performances until they won against Everton. They picked their first points. They are not going to do it against Tottenham. Tottenham are going to take the full points, and I'm going to go for 3-1 win Tottenham. How about you?
Good match, and I expect also this to be an easier fixture for Spurs, and I'll give them 2-0 victory.
2-0 victory.
Yes.
Okay.
And the next match will be Chelsea taking on Burnley, away to Burnley.
Well,
now it is that guy, Vincent, up against Poch. Yes.
Yeah, it's a game Chelsea fans will look forward to because it has a lot to tell about their last win against Fulham. So, although at home, company shows like Burnley knows how to play football. And I don't think, even if Chelsea win this one, they're going to go away with a clean sheet. And I'm going to go for a 2-1 win, Chelsea. I think they're going to grab their second win. How about you?
I think Chelsea now, they are motivated and they feel they can do this. Burnley is a good side. Yeah. But then again, they need to convert those chances, the possession to something, to a goal, because they played well. They play well, but they don't get the win. I see Chelsea once again winning, but they might concede as well. So close one. I'll go for maybe 3-2 victory.
3-2 victory. Yeah. Good prediction.
And now we go to Man United.
Man United versus Brentford.
Brentford at Old Trafford.
Old Trafford.
They're calling it theater of stress.
It is now. We will agree. Every Man United fan out there will
even a team like Galatasaray bantering United.
Well, it's shambles at Old Trafford.
They had a caption of a kid with looking back at Old Trafford, something burning, and later on they captioned something like cold Trafford. Yeah,
it's cold, it's stressful, it's pretty much stressful to watch a Man United game these days. Those guys do not turn up at all. Ten Hag himself, I think you just see him and you see that the fear is in the eyes right now. I mean, I don't want to go much into this game because we totally understand Manchester United are on a bad form. But we go with the saying, Manchester United will never die. And for this game, they have to revive. And that's why I'm going again for a 2-1 win against Brentford. How about you?
Brentford hasn't been the team we saw last season, and I think it will trouble United. That's obvious. With now Casemiro out, somebody said the return of Anthony. He felt like Anthony was supposed just to continue these cases because now you're stressing that boy. Close one, but I think Brentford might keep a clean sheet. I'll give Brentford 1-0 victory. We take a look at Brighton taking on Liverpool. Yes.
An exciting game to look forward to as a neutral fan. Two attacking teams, two exciting teams, two teams playing fantastic football, two managers who understands the game. De Zerbi versus Klopp. Brighton have done amazing this season. Aside from losing 6-1 to Aston Villa last time out. Although
the same Brighton team which
that won at Old Trafford. I knew you were to come with that on board when we're talking about Brighton, but let's leave Manchester United out because we have already talked about Man United. So for this game, I think at Bet Power, I saw the odds for a goals gallo very low. I mean, over 2.5 goals is around at 1.34. Over 1.5 is like 1.04. So expect a lot of goals in this match. I also think Salah is going to score because they have that wrath they got against Tottenham. Brighton have wrath, the wrath they got against the thrashing by
So there are two wounded teams.
Two wounded teams going at each other. I mean, it's going to be a fantastic match to watch, end-to-end kind of game. Goals, Gallo, 2-2, draw. No, sorry. Liverpool will win this game 2-1. How about you?
I'll give Liverpool 3-1.
3-1.
Mitoma, of course, will score, but Salah and Co will do better.
Yeah.
And the last match, which we have on Sunday, Arsenal taking on Manchester City.
Arsenal taking on Manchester City. Of course, we talked about this match in the combined 11. We know who's not there and who's there. We will give a summary right now. For Arsenal, Saka is doubtful. We also have
Timber has been away.
Timber who's ruled out. We also have Martinelli who's doubtful.
Yes.
Trossard
returned in the Champions League.
Okay, yeah.
And we have Declan Rice now fit. We also have Thomas Partey. He was on the bench. So I think that's all we have like the team news for us, no?
For Manchester City, Rodri ruled out through suspension.
Yeah.
Stones ruled out because of injury, and obviously Kevin De Bruyne will not feature because of a thigh injury. We also have
Grealish, he returned but not
fully fit.
Yes.
And then we have Bernardo, who's 50-50.
Yeah.
So those are the team news, and looking at that, you'll just see that Manchester City is missing two key players. So maybe we go to head and see how they have been playing, and you will understand that the last time Arsenal met Manchester City at Emirates, Manchester City won. Tomiyasu played like an amateur in that game. So it has always been a good game to watch, though, full of goals, 2-1. Sometimes there are surprises where Arsenal is winning 1-0. I remember back then when Arteta did his long-range goal to give Man United a run.
Arsenal, not Man United. Come on, Arteta's never played for that small team.
He gave us a title chance, but we flopped again, and we gave it away. But again, I mean, I don't know. What do you think?
Two areas for this game to be won, and I'll talk about the midfield, and I'll talk about the wing. If you watched Arsenal match against Lens, you'll realize Arsenal becomes so much limited if they don't have their wingers, that is Martinelli and Saka. So if Saka starts, there is a possibility or there is a chance for Arsenal winning this match.
Yes.
But if he doesn't start, then there is it's trouble because City will play more on overlap, and then again it will be tough for Arsenal. Arsenal is a team which plays well with its wingers. It struggled against Lens because Saka picking up an injury in that 4th minute. There was no Martinelli, and Trossard also being subbed off. Then it means the team on the flanks were dead. So Arteta knows this, and he knows they need a proper winger to start. So hopefully, fingers crossed, Saka starts. And Trossard is also back. He wasn't there to be seen actually against on Tuesday. And Martinelli, the possibility for Martinelli starting, that means we'll push Gabriel Jesus on the wing, and then Nketiah to lead the attack. So either way, the midfield for Arsenal, I think it might look pretty much good. Arteta might opt to, this is what I would like to see. And I would expect Partey to start Partey alongside Declan Rice and Odegaard. So I think you start Partey as the CDM and Declan as the CM, because he's good. Declan Rice is good at number 6 role.
Yeah.
Then Odegaard as CM. Then you take I can even risk somebody like Kai Havertz to lead the attack. And Gabriel Jesus on the right and Trossard on the left. And that is a team which can beat Manchester City. 2-1.
2-1. Right. You've talked about the wings, which is very important for Arsenal because most of the time the ball comes from the midfield to the wing, back at the center, and that's how they create their chances. And if you look at the available players right now, Arsenal might have an upper advantage. Yeah, but in the midfield they have an upper advantage compared to Man City because City are missing their two creative and defensive. So it means if Arsenal steps up in the midfield, they will they will give Man City a run for their money in this game. But again, Pep has always been Pep. They have been performing even without KDB. Aside from the loss they got. And for me, I think he's always going to be ahead of Arteta in terms of decision making. Of course, it's very hard to beat the Masters at some point. And I'm going to go for a Manchester City win, 2-1, and Haaland to come back to score shit. So, and you who's watching us at home, I think that is our prediction. But we also know that you understand football even better, right? So, in the comment section, it's very open. Let us know what you think about this correct score of this match. Right. Do you have anything else?
No.
Yeah, but I hope you use your handkerchief, the one that you first gave me properly.
No, it's
during the weekend.
I think for you, yours is already filled up. How many matches have United lost this season?
I've cried a number of times, but it's your time to cry this weekend.
Rock was adding
weight. I promise you.
Rock was adding weight, and now you see.
He's emaciated, and he's talking like Steve Simple, but Manchester United lost. Anyway, we've come to the end of our Liquid Sports Premier League preview. Remember to follow our Facebook pages, Instagram pages, especially Facebook at Liquid Sports, Instagram at Liquid Sports Show, and then Twitter at Liquid Sports. Also, we will go live on TikTok, right? On Sunday, watching this game between Arsenal and Manchester City. So be there. We will give the link in all our social media. My name is Brian.
They call me Vincent.
And this is the Liquid Sports Show.